Anything you have your eye on early on here in this matchup?
Well, listen, it's going to be about who's going to come out and throw the first punch defensively. This is a game of urgency. If you're Arkansas, you have to protect that home court. You have to see what they can do against this. Bench gets shorter as the season moves forward. You understand the tendencies of players, and you have to lock in and understand the personnel and the scouting report to get big wins.
Here's Mitchell. We focused on him in the open, averaging over 20 points per game in his last 4. Key for Arkansas to get into a flow on this end of the floor.
Well, Arkansas is not a really good shot-making team. So when they're able to get downhill and create the advantage with their isolation situation.
Adu Thero through legs, trying to make something happen. And Big Z with the bucket plus the foul.
And then he slips out of there on that screen. 2 men on Thero, Avicic with.
This is a Missouri team, comes in here to Fayetteville winning 3 in a row. Backdoor cut. And the lay-in is good for Davis. The FAU transfer says he really feels comfortable in the SEC, and you can see why.
Johnell Davis is starting to. Missouri been off schedule.
Wagner gets a breather. The freshman Billy Richmond III on the floor for the first time for the Razorbacks. Big fella in the middle. Calling for it, and a 3 on the play. And Adu throws it down. Inside, Marshall calling for it at the elbow. Grill trying to get some space, step back deep 2.
Supreme. And a big shot at Missouri needed as the momentum seemed to be going to the Razorbacks.
Hanging at the rim, and an and 1 for the freshman Carter.
In with a purpose, takes the hoop, dishes out the contact. The hoop and the harm going to the line for the 3-point play opportunity.
Tigers, this is one of the best teams that nobody knows about in the country. 3 ball on the way, Trent Pierce short. Mitchell with the offensive board. And nothing but nylon for.
Built a culture that gets this team to believe in themselves, and they're coming out and doing it again tonight.
Facial from Caleb Grill. Here's the freshman trying to go coast to coast, and he finishes with the left.
Good read there by DJ Wagner, just not able to finish.
Good strip there by Thero, gets it back for Arkansas. He gets the outlet pass, and he knows how to finish.
Arkansas has been getting out and running, and DJ Wagner is not able to get it done when he finished it at the top. But it's Adu Thero says, hey, I got your back, as he goes up for the hammer. When they haven't been stopped going to the basket, I would continue to drive it all the way to the basket until Missouri could stop it.
Outlet, Arkansas with numbers. Knox going up top, and he throws it down. Bates with the 3, and he beats the shot.
To stretch the court and get into ball screen actions really helps out the Razorbacks on the offensive end.
Wark stops, deep 3, and he hits it with Dave.
You move forward. Experience in guard play is so important in the NCAA tournament, and this team has it.
Wagner, the sophomore from Camden, New Jersey, had to shift over to the point with the injury to Boogie Fland. As Davis 3 off the mark, Big Z with the offensive board.
Blown coverage by Mizzou. Arkansas not able to make him pay.
Knox takes the bump, and they give him the basket plus the foul.
Able to get a little bit of love after that one to go all the way.
Grill, look how much they are hounding him. Good D by Johnell Davis.
Sticky defense by Johnell Davis.
Up top, the reverse alley.
Throw it up as high as you can. Mark Mitchell catching it in with the reverse slam. Talk about a presence of mind and knowing where you are with the body pitch and contain their man on dribble penetration.
Cruz wide open, lets it fly. There's his second 3. You know what's interesting, the pick and roll, Missouri has had no problem going right at Big Z. Here's Cruz off the bounce, and there's his
pounds. He's a load coming downhill, and players bounce off of him when they get on his hip. He's going to have to continue to have that type of pressure and physicality with some strong drives coming off of the motion.
Cruz let it go, and a strong rebound to the freshman Knox, but it's taken away by Warwick. Caleb Grill looking for the D to try to size him up.
Had a layup opportunity.
But Warwick, his floater go.
The graduate players, the senior leadership, they understand how to weather the storm. Marquez Ward does a really good job there of being patient, taking the shots that he can make.
Little hesitation to
the ball out, avoided the shot blocker, and somehow, some way, caught the glass and rattled home.
Davis lost it, and Ivicic gets it back. Look out!
Absolutely, and a good decision right here by Arkansas to take the air out of the ball for the last couple of possessions. The turnovers have led to the easy looks in these winding moments here in the first half.
Splitting the D is Thero. Wagner, strong move, up and under in the finish.
Layup.
Crowd rising to their feet here at Bud Walton Arena for the final seconds of the first. 2 seconds, Warwick, the shot, and it goes! Oh, he looks at us, he looks at the crowd. No fear out of a grad student from Lexington, Kentucky.
In maturity for this Mizzou team, and Warwick lines one up as the halftime clock expires. If I'm Arkansas, this is not a team that's a really good shooting team, but they can get downhill and play physical with the best of them. And
here's Wagner. He's back door.
Well, that was great fundamentals. It was the proper hand and technique as he went back door, had his head on a swivel, and deflected that pass.
Here's Thero keeping his dribble alive. Just shrugs off the D. Bucket plus the foul.
Look at this. This is 6'8", 220 pounds coming downhill. There's no way to stop that. When a dude Thero gets a load going, he is a tough man to stop, and he gets an and one op. He can get a signature win down the stretch in conference play to get back in the field to 68.
There's a turnover. Thero, the hoop and the horn.
Getting out in the passing lanes with the pressure, comes up with the steal, and another basket in the paint at the rim. Thero.
Open. Davis knocked down.
Going for the Razorbacks, and on the baseline out of bounds play, John L. Davis, 3-ball. Grill where he was indecisive to make a play.
Pierce gets all the way to the rim with Knox. Leans into one with 2 on him, and he hits the 3. What a shot by Knox.
Knox with a nice poise with the pump fake, gets his feet settled.
According to ESPN's Joe Lenardi. There goes Wagner. Gets all the way to the bucket. He has not been a factor yet in the second half. A contested 3 off the mark, and Pierce the offensive board. Pierce now challenging Bid Z right at his chest, missing, but Shaw following through. Oh my!
Strong drive. It was Aiden Shaw with it all. Arkansas is just running through screens with their physicality.
Shot clock winding down, it's at 4. Coming. Thero, cross court. Big Z knocks down the 3.
You've got the lead. The crowd is in the building, up by 4 points. Getting something going here will be huge for your momentum.
Here's Davis!
Ball rotation by Arkansas, sharing it, moving it around, and finding the shooter. Davis with his feet set.
Mitchell with
the left hand. Gets all the way right by the rim and finishes.
A rim run by Thero!
Rebounds, 4 assists. Really good defense.
Knox the strong drive, and the runner goes. And a steal from Robinson. Here's Grill, open 3. He has been ice cold, has not scored in the second. It's Bates' turn. He knows what to do with it. Robinson shielding off Wagner. Grill with a hand in his face. And the offensive putback.
But you can see the confidence is something you got to keep your eye on to hit a big one in the big moments.
Missouri plus 10 on the offensive glass. Wagner's runner. And it's tracked down by Davis. And a reach-in foul is called. You know, when we do games, we don't root for anybody, but we certainly get drawn to young men like John L. Davis. Speak to him every time we come here.
Absolutely. You got former Arkansas and Missouri head coach Mike Anderson in the building. He was a part of the staff on that 1990 Final Four team that was getting.
Former Arkansas football head coach, three-time SEC coach.
Fighting for the NCAA tournament live. A spirited effort all night long.
Mitchell double team, gives it up. Perkins, he's trapped. Now Pierce, after he ran the baseline, knocks down the rain.
That one had an opportunity on the near side, reversed it.
Brazil! Nobody found him running down the floor.
Do so.
Warwick stops on a dime and hits the three.
Play this one out. Arkansas's got to get into their offense.
Wagner with a defender on his hip, and Big Z puts it in.
Rebounding, Visich active at 7'2".
Three short, Grill tracks it down. Robinson puts it up, off the mark, another offensive rebound. This time it's Warwick, and hit Arkansas, dribbling this one out in a must-win situation. The Razorbacks get it done at home, 92-85, beating the 15th ranked team in the country, Missouri Tigers.